we are at the lunch break of day 1 of the grand final in the F2 division in the 2017-18 season. We have seen a remarkable change in the context of this game. Diamond Creek were able to see through the new ball with determination and professionalism and a clear agenda at mind, and they did it with utmost care and finesse and determination, and it was clear that they had some sort of project in mind which they were driven to and they were committed to achieving, and that's exactly what they did. They were able to first of all bat through to the first drinks break, which was after the 18th over, and it was score was 36, and of course the score only reached 36 thanks to a very explosive 18th over. Before that, after the 17th over, it was 26. So after 17 overs, 26, which is a run and a half per over, and that's it, the context of facing through the new ball and getting through that and trying to get through to the second half, get through the other side of the drinks break. So that was all well and good. And then after the drinks break was over, that's when we saw a change of context. That's when we saw the scoring rate much more increased. That's when we saw the ball stopped moving around. It wasn't really swinging that much at the best of times, but after the drinks break ended, pretty much there was no real movement, and also the wickets dried up and the appeals dried up. So there was quite a few edges, and there were 2 wickets in the pre-drinks break session, and in the post-drinks break session they dried up. There was basically no more edges, and there was only 1 more wicket, and it was obviously it was a very big wicket, but it was just 1 more wicket. And suddenly survival became a lot easier, and scoring became a lot easier, and everything started to go in favour of Diamond Creek. All the tiny little misplays, like a tiny little leading edge that just bobs up a metre in front of the batsman, or a little inside edge that hits the pads, all the little tiny you know, monumentally small, infinitesimal errors that the batsman would make, none of them would result in a wicket. They would just be a dot ball. And so all the luck was going in favour of Diamond Creek, and then there was suddenly an explosion in boundaries. Suddenly loose balls were coming repeatedly, and they were being taken advantage of again and again and again by the Diamond Creek batsmen. They had a clear, aggressive mindset that when a bad ball came, either as a full toss or a short and wide one, they were there to take advantage of it and to punish it with utmost efficiency, and they repeatedly did that throughout the course of the entire second session, and that obviously resulted in a massive increase in the scoring rate. So let me give you just a sense of this increase in the scoring rate. So after 18 overs it was 36, so 2 runs and over, which was a massive bonus because they'd only been going at so let me take you back even further. So after 10 overs score was 12. 10 overs the score was 12, going at 1 run and over. Then after 17 overs it was 26, so going at 2 or 1.5. After 18 overs it had boosted up to 2, and then it stayed at about 2 for a while, but then a massive over, the 22nd over, was a monumental change which boosted the run rate from 2 to into the 3s area. So it became so after 25 overs, for example, it was 68, not far away from going at 3 runs and over. Then after 30 overs it was 84, not far away from going at 3 runs and over. And then after 35 overs it was 110, 101, So not far away from going at 3 runs and over. So they're going at a very healthy run rate. It's not quite 3 runs and over, but it is getting to that area, and that is very exciting for Diamond Creek, because if they can take advantage of this second session, they should be able to be looking at an even bigger score, because considering the fact that things will only get easier for them from here, they should be looking at an opportunity of scoring 3, 3 1/4, 3.5 runs per over throughout this second session. So if that happens, if something like that happens, then there's no reason to think that they can't score not just 3 runs and over, which would be about 200 over the course of the 68 overs, but what if they just kept going and were able to make it all the way to going at 3 1/4, 3.5 runs per over? Then they're looking at something at about 250, which on Coventry Oval is a monumental challenge. We don't even have to think about what the bowlers would have to do, like Sewell and Ireland and Farron Price and Poon and Watson. Like, they are some of the best bowlers to face, even at when you're facing a difficult low score. Even if to face a low score, it would be quite a challenge to face up against that sort of bowling attack. But a 250 score facing those fantastic quick bowlers, that is just a challenge that it would be such a challenge for North Eltham Wanderers to have to face up to. It would be very difficult for them to have to deal with, and it would be extraordinary a task that they would be faced with tomorrow. So there come the North Eltham Wanderers fielders. Alright, so we're going to be taking a quick break, and then when we come back we'll have the resumption of play in the post-lunch session. So we'll just take a quick break, and then when we come back we've got the resumption of play.
I'll be right behind you, Josephine. I won't leave you waiting in between. And the cigarette you bummed from me is almost burning out. You suck it till your fingers burn and then you throw it on the ground. I'll be right behind you, Josephine. Even after everything we've seen, in this sterile room with blinding lights and faces pointing down, I only wanna scream, but still I just can't make a sound. Now hold my hand, hold my breath. There's nothing in this world we really own. And Jesus Christ, if you tore my heart out, the only thing I'd feel is less alone, less alone. I'll be right behind you, Josephine. I won't leave you waiting in this dream, while you watch the people speaking words you can't quite comprehend. You asked me if I'd pinch you, but my fingers wouldn't bend. I'll be right behind you, Josephine, just like I was when we were 17. I guess it's only been a year, but still it feels like 34. I don't feel like I am living in the same skin anymore. Now hold my hand, I'll hold my breath. There's nothing in this world we really own. And Jesus Christ, if you tore my heart out, the only thing I'd feel is less alone, less alone. I'll be right behind you, Josephine. Even when my soul's an amputee, and my bleeding heart is sinking in the lake inside my chest. So I grab what I can cling to and I leave behind the rest. Now hold my hand, I'll hold my breath. There's nothing in this world we really own. And Jesus Christ, if you tore my heart out, the only thing I'd feel was less alone. Now hold my hand and take my breath, and leave behind the things you'll never own. And Jesus Christ, please tear my heart out. Oh, I wanna feel a little less alone, less alone. The captain of the football team, he's got the prom queen, but he's got no self-esteem, and he hides beneath the sheets while he cries himself to sleep. And that prom queen's got her own concerns. Yeah, the bottle's dry, but still she never learns, and so she fills it up again. And she drinks to broken men. She's overboard, surrendered and ignored. So this is how it feels to lose the war. Shots in his ass, while the skater wins by cracking kneecaps, and we all keep tuning in as if somebody's gonna win. And Superman is just another sham. Yeah, Clark works nights at the Tinker's Dam, selling porno mags to dirty men, so he can pay the rent in his rat trap pig pen. And he's overboard, surrendered and ignored. So this is how it feels to lose the war. Everybody's floating on their own decrepit boat, and everybody's fighting just to keep it all afloat. Oh, the president is just another man, just pushing buttons with a half-baked plan, like a stoner with a PS2. And he's playing games all afternoon, and he's just trying to beat his daddy's score. But it's a different time, and it's a different war, and he thinks his game is wearing thin. You need a faster thumb if you are gone.